the end of the day, selling is transferring a feeling. If you don't have the feeling, you can't transfer it. If you don't have a good, positive feeling, dude, you're an actor. You have to sell and run your business from a place of positivity. And however you get there, God bless you. Welcome to the Pete Primeau Show. It is episode 187. Mattress store owners, how to make your door swing and your cash register ring. Scott Vaughn and Scott Bidwell will be with us shortly. But before that, let me pay the bills very, very quickly. If you haven't bought my book, Sell a Million, what are you waiting for? 101 tips for furniture and mattress stores to sell another $1 million or more this year. And since it's almost September of 2024, give me 12 months. I don't think I can do that for you unless you're really, really a great implementer. If you find something in the book that you're not doing and you want to do it, but you don't know how, call me at 419-560-3169, and I'll be happy to walk you through it. And I'd like to thank Steve, and I would like to thank Greg for sponsoring the show with the Mattress Industry Network group. If you are in the mattress industry, we want you in this group. Our core values are simple: helping others to build, market, sell, and succeed in the mattress industry. It's the only group that I know of that is run by mattress retailers for the benefit of the entire industry. You'll find everybody here. There'll be sales reps in here. There'll be sales pros that work the retail floor, lots and lots of store owners. And you don't have to be alone in this business. You know, one of the things that I hear often is you're alone. And no one in your company is going to challenge you because you're the top dog. And most of the reps won't challenge you. The good ones will, but most of them won't. And I would like to thank Scott Squared for helping to sponsor this show with their masterclass. And I just have to say this: if you want to increase your door swings, if you want to maximize your business performance and become the kind of store that your community wants to shop at, this is the masterclass for you. Today is the last day to save and get an extra $200 off. So instead of $9.99 like I paid, $7.99. Join this. I was at the one in Paducah, and it was fabulous. It was unbelievably great. And one of the things that you're gonna find out when you go is that not only will you find a lot of great information that will help you to market and be more successful and to run a better business and to merchandise better and to sell better, all of that's going to happen. But what's really going to happen is you're going to have a tribe of people who went to the masterclass together. You were together for 2 days, and you guys will have more resources, people to call who do the same thing that you do. And I think that's worth the price of admission by itself. So without further ado, let me welcome Scott Squared. Or Sell a Million Squared.
Hello.
Good morning, guys. Good afternoon here in Ohio.
Hey, it works in Kentucky too.
Yep.
All of these tips work in Kentucky. It's amazing. It's amazing how it is.
So how do you make the door swing? It's 2024. Door swings are slower than they've been in years. Your door is swinging at Happy Z's in Paducah and in Benton, and the master is right there, Scott Bidwell.
That's right. So that's right. Well,
you're just the guy who is smart enough to hire him.
Absolutely. So it's all about marketing, and this is my guy right here, RJ. So let's bring the funk, baby. I love that guy.
I love RJ. And I have to say this, I never met RJ before. I met RJ at the event in Paducah, and we're cool, right? Right, RJ? Like we're bros now.
We are. We're all bros.
We are. Everyone that was there did a lot of fun things together. And that's the other thing. It's not just taking notes and watching lectures. It's interactive. There's so much. And then we actually had fun together too. And I think that is a big part of team building. And we are building the team. We're building a tribe of people who want to help each other, who all want to win. And, I don't expect 2025 is going to be any easier than 2024 was. I don't think we're going to magically flip the calendar and it's all going to be better. So, no matter, I know what you think. Well, if my guy wins or if my gal wins, yeah, no, it's not going to happen right away. So we all have to be better at what we do. So Scott Bidwell,
Scott gets them to the door and we handle them from there. So Scott, how you get them there?
Yeah, well, Pete, one of the things that we find really often is that we talk with business leaders and they don't have a plan to increase their door swings. So it's kind of odd because almost everything that we spend our time, money, and energy doing, we make a plan for. Hey, if I was going to train for a marathon, what would I do? I would get a plan together. If I was going to, when I bought my house and moved back from Athens, Georgia to Kentucky, what do? We made a plan to move. We made a plan to get an inspection for our home. We made a plan to get an appraisal, all of the things. And the truth is that many people, they just wing it when it comes to their marketing dollars. And that's what I found is that most business leaders are frustrated by that. They feel like they're wasting their money. They aren't really sure if it's working. One thing they know for sure is it's not getting them the results that they expect. And that is incredibly frustrating. Another thing that a lot of business leaders tell us is that they aren't crazy about their websites. Many people say, I hate our website. Please don't go there. I don't tell anyone to go there. People say that often. And a lot of people say, I'm not really crazy about our social media presence. We aren't doing the best quality that we could do. And all of that, put it all together, and that equals a marketing strategy that does not get the results that you expect. So the question is how do you get your doors to swing? You have an intentional marketing strategy that is based on messaging, that's based on media, and that is tracked relentlessly and looking at your metrics. And that's what we help to put together: messaging, media, and metrics. And we think whenever you have those three things all put together, it is definitely going to increase your door swings.
I just have to read this comment. Randy Thompson from Van Wert Bedrooms. I've known Randy for the better part of my 43 years, probably 35 years. And I am so proud of Randy. He's bringing his entire store, all his key people. Randy Thompson from Van Wert Bedrooms says, looking forward to seeing these guys again next month with my staff and then having them improve my store through 2025. Randy.
Yeah, Randy inspires the crap out of me because he's on fire, and he's bringing everybody with the delivery staff, I think, to this thing. So we're excited about his store, what he's doing, what he's going to accomplish, and he's already seeing some benefit from the first class, and going to get his whole team there to bring the funk. I guess we're gonna show them what we showed him, and they're going to be inspired, I hope, and learn a process that will win.
Yeah, I don't want us to lose track of this. So let me just spell it out. Randy was at the very first. I didn't even know he was coming. And I'm looking around the room, seeing who I know. And I see Jeff Janakovo. And I'm like, Jeff, you're the last person that needs to be here. Janakovo's there. Randy Thompson, the adjustable bed guru, is there. I'm like, man, there's a lot of talent in this room. And then you have Steve Hauk in there, Greg Gent in there. You've got unbelievable people that some of them probably didn't need to be there, but everybody, including myself, we all walked away feeling like, man, that was the best 2.5 days of my life in terms of learning about my business, learning how to be a better retailer, and putting it all together. So here is what I want you, who you might be somewhere and you're thinking, should I go to this thing? Should I not go to this thing? The budget's tight. The door's not swinging. It's going to be like potentially like my last dime, just come. Just find a way to get here, because Randy, who already came once, is coming back, but now he's bringing his entire staff. What does that tell you about the content of the masterclass? It tells you everything you need to know. Somebody who already has been there is bringing his entire staff back. He's bringing himself back as well. Jeff Janakovo, you guys aren't even going to get to talk. Jeff Janakovo says, the minute you stop choosing to learn and be exposed to new information is the minute you begin to fail. Boy, that's the truth. You know, I had a moment with myself a few years ago. I have a process that I go through at the end of the year, and had a great year. And then I started to ask myself, when's the last time I went to a sales seminar? It had been a while. And I made the decision that I will not let a year go by anymore without going to an in-person seminar on how to be better at what I do. Not for my sake, for the sake of my customers. They deserve the best experience with a professional who's on top of his or her game. And I think what Jeff just said is huge. If you own a store, you owe it to the people that work there. You owe it to your family who sacrifices for the business, and you owe it to every customer that walks into your store to give them the best experience you can possibly give them. And I guarantee you, if you come to this event, you will give them a better experience than they have been getting. There are things that you can improve upon that you're going to learn about. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take this over, but Scott, you're itching to talk, so go ahead.
We in the mattress business knowing what we know about mattresses and the health benefits of mattresses, we're under a moral obligation to do our very best at our job, because the benefits to the customer way outweigh what they benefit us, even though I'm more than blessed. But the health benefits alone, it's like we're doctors. If you went to the doctor and the doctor didn't do his best for you, and you got a health problem, he's going to get fired, and he should have his license removed. We're in the same boat. We're really doctors without the 20 years in college and the debt to show it. And the school debt. I think I said that in the first class. I'm like, you don't even have the school debt, that doctors do, but we do similar work in the mattress business, that we're providing a health benefit to our customer base. And like I said, we're under a moral obligation to do our very best at that. And so what our class is what I wish I knew 20 years ago when I started through today. And I'm still learning too, Jeff, just like you. And we're going to make this class even better than the last class. And we got feedback from everybody. It was really positive, but a lot of people wanted more roundtables. So we're going to implement more roundtable discussion so they can interact with each other and share ideas. I think that is very important. That was really good feedback that we got from several people. So anyway, one little change. Other changes, we got sponsors this time, thankfully, and we wanted to do it in Nashville, where from Steve Houck in Boise was not easy to get to Paducah, Kentucky, and Gary down in Naples, and RJ in Jacksonville, and they came from Dallas. And
Jeff, you don't end up in Paducah on accident.
Jeff Janakovo drove the Ford down 100 hours to Paducah, Kentucky. Anyway, we want to make it easy as possible, so I got a brand new hotel at the airport. You don't even have to Uber. So our sponsor, I want to go through these sponsors because they're the difference in this being $7.99 and $29.99. No kidding. So Heirloom is our primary sponsor. Can't forget our very first sponsor, Pete. Was Bedding Industries. Bedding Industries of America helped sponsor the last one, a lunch. So then Posh and Lavish. What I sleep on is a Posh and Lavish. I love that thing. And so they're sponsoring it. Bed Tech, my friend Justin Trumbo, he's coming, so that'll be fun. That's fun times 10 right there. And then Nationwide Marketing Group is one of our bigger sponsors. I told them our mission. Actually, they weren't even on our list, but I was at market and I talked to them up there, and they got excited about it. Like, yeah, we'll sponsor it. I'm like, that's awesome. So they may send several people actually from Nationwide, and talked to Tom Hickman, the guy over Nationwide. I got pulled over there by Angela Stewart, and and he wanted to hear what we were doing, and he's excited. He's going to be in Nashville actually during those dates, so he may stop in. So pretty cool. All these sponsors, I literally just talked to them at market, and they're like, yeah, I'll sign up. This is great. It's great for the industry. And the success stories we've had from the participants is amazing. So I had 4 calls or texts during Nationwide prime time, just bang, 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 bang. And it was like, my sales are up 45% was one of the calls. I'm averaging 4 adjustable bases per week is another one.
That's like 200 a year.
200 a year from somebody that didn't sell adjustable bases before. Averaging 4 a week, and her average ticket's got to be triple what it was before. So, and then Parker down at Texas Mattress Barn, they've doubled their business since they came to the event in June. So I got more, but anyway.
Several clients have had their largest month ever, largest sales ever, largest tickets ever. I mean, it's been wild.
Yeah, we had one who
do you see Randy Thompson?
Let's do it out on tarmac, Randy.
Do you have enough tables for this next seminar?
Yeah.
If not, we'll ask you to bring a few. We'll let you know.
We'll just sit on the floor.
Can you fit a few on your airplane, Randy?
So we had one who came, and they had in June, and they had their best month ever in July by the 15th. So in 2 weeks, they've already topped their best month ever. So we want it to be, all meat, no bone. There's not really any fluff there. I just wanted to cover things that matter to us, the owners. And that's the most important thing for us to stay open. So I got tired of getting on the Mattress Industry Network and hearing all these people struggling. And I've got a ticket. How could I not share it? I mean, again, I'm under a moral obligation to share it. So, and I'm not even wanting to make money. I don't care. My wife just doesn't want me to lose money. So, I don't even care about the money. If you can't afford it,
Miss Wanda happy.
Yeah, absolutely. If you can't afford it, let me know, and I will definitely take care of you, as long as Wanda doesn't kill me. So no, she's fine. She's great. But we want to give the industry a really good boost.
RJ from Jacksonville, Benton, I believe. The adjustable base demo is definitely one I hope you guys expand on for this seminar and the future. It was a real learning experience. Yeah, and Glenn, I think, just posted from Texas Mattress Barn that Parker sold 2 adjustable beds on Saturday. So, great. Yeah, that was huge.
Yeah. So we definitely are implementing the adjustable base training again, and we're going to have a round. Anyway, I've got a whole plan for that. I don't want to give it all away right here, but we got a really cool setup, and we bring an adjustable base. We bring a mattress to the event so they can actually do it on the floor there in front of everybody. So it's pretty cool. You don't have to, I mean, no, don't feel obligated like you're going to have to stand up in front of everybody, but we do an actual adjustable base training right there in front of you, so you know what to do, and it's a step-by-step guide. So,
yeah,
it gives you a plan.
There was a lot of really cool learning on the breaks too with the adjustable beds, because everybody kind of showed everybody else what they were doing. And it's like we kind of created like this hybrid way of doing it that I think everybody walked out of there actually with an additional technique or two or three that they wanted to try as soon as they got back to their store. Just sharing knowledge between everybody. And that is the part that I can't over communicate enough. I mean, I'm going to tell you guys this right now. Within the next few years, everybody, and I mean everybody, is going to be calling Scott Vaughn the Zig Ziglar of the mattress industry. That's what they're going to call him, the Zig Ziglar of the mattress industry. And I can't think of a better compliment, because Zig is so special. And what made him the most special was his heart. And I think that's what makes Scott Vaughn and Scott Bidwell so special too. The brains are great, but the heart's even better. And they want to do the right thing, and they want to give you everything they got. And you can feel it when you're in the room. The energy in the room is palpable. We could have filmed it and we could have spun it out and it would mean nothing. The energy, you had to be sitting in that seat to understand what was happening. You had a bunch of hungry people there who wanted to learn, and you had teachers who wanted to teach. Attending the Wingo Coaching Masterclass was a game changer for our company. We sold 3 adjustable bases right after the event, something we had never done before. The insights and strategies we learned were invaluable. Former masterclass attendee. There you go, guys.
Yeah. We don't like to give names out on
Yes.
this stuff, so we don't, unless they just want us to, we'll be glad to. But yeah, we had several, the positive feedback's crazy. I mean, my phone, like almost every day, I'm answering the phone from somebody that was at the event. And you're right, we're just kind of a cult now. It's really cool, and it's like you see them at market, or I saw them at Nationwide at primetime.
Oh yeah,
and we just hung out. You know, it's really fun, and
yeah,
we go to booths together, and you know, it's just amazing to hear their story. You know, their successes already just that fast, where they came to the event, they got a plan. Florida State and Georgia Tech played the other day, and I bet they had a game plan, both of them, before they showed up, and they practiced it. So we should do the same thing. You know, they're just playing a game. We're actually affecting people's lives. And the messages, Jeff Janako is probably the best in the world at getting reviews. He's got thousands of reviews. Those reviews mean more than money to us business owners, really, honestly, because people are going to read them and they're going to get more customers from it. But how they make you feel as a salesperson, you know, just knowing you affected somebody's life that positively. And I just got one over the weekend, a lady who is so glad I think it was Nicole, sold her an adjustable base a couple of years ago, and she said, you may have health problems down the road. Well, she broke her ankle last week, and if she didn't have that adjustable base, she's like, I can elevate my feet, and it's perfect, and it's great, and I can get on and off the bed much easier than if it weren't adjustable. And just that, things like that are amazing, you know, that you can affect somebody's life years down the road. You know, I forgot about her. She didn't forget about me. And I spent the profit within a week, and she's going to enjoy the benefits of what we sold her for years. So we're selling for the customer, not to the customer. And it's very important to think that way. Mm-hmm. Those are great people that were at that. Look at those 4 right there. Amazing. Greg Gent, Randy, Justin Wilhoit, and Jeff Janakabo.
Yeah.
That's an all-star table right there.
Yeah. There's no doubt about it. And the talent in that room was crazy.
Yeah. If you're just starting out, if you got a $200,000 store. There were people in the room that were like that. Them sitting in the round table and learning from these giants in the business. You got Ty Cunningham from Knoxville and CJ Ogle. They got a great business over there. And then you got Ray and Brandon, who's just started, and they're booming,
Took the leap, in fact.
Yeah, they took the leap and bought a new building. So, well, look at that ugly dude. But anyway, this is a great time. I had a ball. I know you did too.
Definitely.
It was more than I thought it would be. More fun, and we had a ball.
One of the things that a lot of people ask us is, so what are some of the wide-ranging topics that we're going to cover, talk through? Could you give like a little bit of like a behind-the-scenes look, some of the major topics?
So I did a pyramid of success, a lot like John Wooden, and I created it the day before. I think it was the day before event, and I sent it to him. I was like, "Hey, can we do this?" And Alicia, that works for him, it's not him. He's not that good.
Oh, here it comes.
Alicia, if you say something, she just does it. It's like, here. I'm like, okay, it's great.
She's unbelievable.
So
Yes.
she is unbelievable. So we start with a winning mindset. It's the foundation for everything in business or life, period. And your why, what's your why? And then we go into how do you make the door swing? So we talk about marketing, we talk about merchandising, we talk about referral program. Scott's giving personalized coaching, a 30-minute
mattress marketing
makeover.
Hard to say. Hopefully it'll be really good.
So
we've already had several people sign up for it as well. Yeah.
So everybody that attends gets that 30 minutes with Scott where they just go through their website, they go through their marketing plan. It's all part of the package. So and we go into what to do with them once they come in. What do you do? So we talk about the greeting. We talk about the questions you ask. We talk about a presentation where we narrow it down to one bed to make it simpler on the customer and the RSA. And then we talk about closing. We talk about overcoming objections. And then we talk about follow up and follow through after they've come. We talk about merchandising, what to put on your floor, how to set your floor up. We talk about go-kart racing. We're not doing that this time because it's not in Paducah. We talk about measuring what matters. How do you measure all the things that you need to do to keep up with your business? And it's all to make it simpler on you, the business owner. So I'm not trying to create more stuff. It's like we're going to make it streamlined so you don't have to do so much work and you know what's going on. And then we talk about hiring and firing. Hiring winners, firing losers. So hire them winners, fire them losers, and they'll help implement the things that you learn at the event and then maybe bring them to the next one. And we talk about giving. I think it's vital how we give to your community, time and money and energy. I think that's what makes people want to come buy from you. And I talk about it in my book right there with Brian Tracy. My part was how to make people want to buy from you and hopefully only you. So I think we've got a plan for that, how to get people to really want to buy from you instead of clicking on Amazon or going to I should say Mattress, but your competitor. Yeah, there's Brian Tracy. We were on a call last week together, Zoom call. So I got to meet him in San Diego a couple months ago, but pretty cool.
How old is Brian now?
He's in his 80s.
Yeah, he's got to be in his upper 80s because he wasn't young 30 years ago when I saw him speak in Cleveland. He's very special.
Yeah.
He's a very special guy. If you know
his mind is still sharp, very sharp. So
it doesn't surprise me.
Just hear him talking. It's nothing. I heard him 30 years ago with Zig Ziglar. And by the way, that's probably the best compliment I've ever gotten. Thank you, Pete. Zig Ziglar, is my hero. And I never met him, but I've met his son, Tom, several times, got coaching from them. And they're amazing. There's an amazing group of people, the Ziglars and Cindy and his daughter. And Anyway, they're good people, really good people.
So that reminds me to remind everybody that's watching this, never take coaching or consulting from anybody who doesn't engage with consultants and coaches up above them.
Yeah.
Because they can only pour into you what's been poured into them. And if nothing's been poured into them, guess what you're going to get? Nothing.
Yeah.
So the best question that you'll ever ask is, who have you done consulting with? Who have you done coaching with, to make you the best coach and consultant that you can be? And that is incredibly huge. And you're welcome. It's a free tip from Pete Primeau. Mattress Barn. Glenn, you are on fire today. And by the way, I got to sit next to your son, Parker, and he is just a fine young man. And, I got to sit next to Jerry LeCompte, who I've known for years, and I'm passing notes back and forth. And Parker's next to me, and he's just a sponge taking it all in. And it was just special. It really was. And I don't want anyone to miss this. But Texas Mattress Barn, and I think this is Glenn, the relationships developed during training and mentorship, if you have a young individual in your organization, priceless. Absolutely. Especially if they would just have asked me to sign my book, I would have done it. I can't believe that happened, Glenn. I still feel bad about it. Give me your address and I'm going to send Parker a signed book. Okay. That's why I asked you a few weeks ago for your address. So I can't believe he was that shy. We're gonna work on that though, and we're gonna get him over the hump. I used to be so shy I wouldn't even take ups. I'd pretend like I had to go to the bathroom. That's how shy I was. So he'll get over it, and he's gonna be an absolute superstar. One of the things I want to circle back to is this idea that what we do has a very special blessing in people's lives. So you have diet, you have exercise, and you have rest. And the biggest part of rest is your sleep overnight. And when I started CrossFit years ago, they talked a lot about exercise, a little bit about nutrition, very little about rest. Now they've turned it upside down. They believe that the most important thing is rest. Wow. The next most important thing is diet. And the least important of all of those is exercise. And the reason being, you cannot recover from the workouts without good rest. And you can't recover from workouts so that you can have another great workout unless you're putting good fuel into your body. So what you do impacts the wellness of everybody, and not just CrossFitters. Wellness, that is diet, exercise, and rest. That is the three-legged wellness stool. Some people like to make it a four-legged stool and include water, hydration, in addition to diet. It's important, but it's part of diet in my mind, but call me old-fashioned. So one of the things that I found insanely valuable, Scott, was you brought your people to the event. And we got to meet them and talk to them. And actually, they were engaged in some of the demonstrations. And I thought that was super powerful. And the other thing that I thought was really, really important is you don't interview the way other people interview, and you don't look for what other people are looking for. You have a process of hiring that is working for you, Scott. And that is one of, other than the door swinging, and I don't know which media to pick to send out my message that I don't have yet. And by the way, Scott Bidwell, you did a master class on messaging that was so powerful. I mean, you actually develop your messaging right there on the spot. Like if you have any chinks in the armor for your messaging, we're going to work on it right there in Nashville and fix it on the spot for you. So
Absolutely.
that was super, super powerful. But were you always this good at hiring? Or
No, horrible.
that's what
I'm
I
the
was
worst
curious.
interviewer ever.
Well, so tell me like what you were looking for, like when you first started, like the first time you hired an employee, like what were the questions you were asking?
Well, I was really finding out if it's somebody I want to be around and somebody my customers want to be around. I still do that.
Yeah.
Now we focus on coachability, actually. So
Did you always focus on coachability? Yeah.
now this is recent, the last 3 or 4 years. What I got was coachable people I didn't know I was getting. Nicole, you call her rock.
Superstar.
Yeah. And she is the most coachable human being I've ever met. So she seeks criticism. Almost every up, pretty much we debrief, and all my people do it now. So she's very coachable. Jacob's very coachable. Seth, all of them are very coachable. So that's what we look for, and they're young. All my people are young. Great group. They would do anything, that will help the customer. So they're all about the customer and helping them. And by the way, they get paid really good to do it. So that's just a benefit of working in the mattress business. You can help people insanely, and they get paid pretty good, to do it. So we're getting better at the interviewing, but we're constantly working on it, and we do have a process now. We didn't have a process before. We just interview them and hire them if we liked them, and if I didn't, I wouldn't hire them. But now we got a process where we go through and find out, what kind of person are you? Are you a winner? Are you a giver? Are you about the customer? Or are you about yourself? So we want a certain kind of person, and then we want people who are coachable. I had one day I had an interview with somebody who was very experienced. He come in, looked like he'd just come in from plowing a field, way overqualified. But yeah, I could tell he didn't care. And then I had a girl, really young, naive. She dressed to a T, and we hired her. And if you say you hire somebody that's up here that's really good, you think a really good salesperson, but they're not coachable, where are they going to go? Just like Jeff Janakovo said, they're just going to go down over time, slowly go down. They're never going to get better. But if you hire somebody down here that's no experience and you can train them how you want to, and they don't have to unlearn anything, and they're just constantly going up, and they're going to pass that good salesperson really quickly. And that's what's happened for us. So we've got, oh my gosh, is he showing? So that's our Labor Day sale ad right now. But we just want really coachable people so they can grow in our business. And it's so fun to watch those kids grow together. And they have fun together. They're a lot of fun.
I got to tell you, when I watched them in action on Black Friday before it got really busy and then we were just all taking customers, it was amazing to me that they were coaching each other. They were like group coaching each other, and everybody was comfortable with it.
Yeah.
And usually in sales, it's like a bunch of sharks swimming on the floor. Nobody's helping anybody. There might be a few alliances between the top salespeople. But other than that, but what I saw this openness, and actually like Jacob would come back and say, I showed him this, they said this, blah, blah, blah. What do you guys think? And everybody, and then you go back, and then I saw some really interesting things where people came in and reinforced sales. I thought that what I saw, if I would have put it on a film, nobody would believe it. They would think that they were just actors, because I've never seen that level of openness and coaching on a floor in real time. And I thought to myself, how much more business would we do as an industry if we weren't so sharky? Like,
Yeah.
if we have what you have on your floor. And I have to say this, and you've heard me say this before. I was hard pressed for time because the girls were in California and I had 2 kitty cats I had to get back to. So I went to the store, and the hardest thing I ever had to do, other than say goodbye to loved ones who were dying, the hardest thing I ever had to do was leave that store, because the feeling that you get in that store is a feeling of warmth and goodness. You don't want to leave that store when you're in it. And it takes a real mesh of personalities and really focused human beings uh, who got big hearts, because that's what makes that atmosphere happen in that store like that. And there are stores that I go into, Scott, that, you know, I feel like darkness in the store. I can't wait to get out of the store. They're horrible, the way that it makes you feel. And the way that I feel when I'm in your store, it's just like, it is unbelievable. And it's like a lot of little baby steps, hiring each person brick by brick and making sure they fit with each other, which is one of the interesting things that you do, and maybe something that we could pass on to other retailers here right now. One of the things that you do that most retailers don't do is you have them come in after you think they're going to be okay, before you hire them, to see how they fit in with the team and how the team feels about them. And I've never seen anybody do that, Scott.
Yeah, I think it's important for them to go without me there and interact with my group, and then them tell me, hey, is this a fit, or what do you think? So getting their idea, because they know our culture and they're there every day. I'm not there every day, but they are. And, I want them to be comfortable with who they're, and honestly, lately, most of our people are coming from referrals from them. So getting friends of theirs who they think would fit. And some of them, they're like, hey, this one's going to apply up here and they're not going to be a fit.
Yeah, they're vetting their own friends.
Yes. so it's good to have that relationship. And so I got a heads up. It is getting a referral from a current employee. We can bonus them on that. So the last few we've gotten were like that, and it's worked out perfect. I mean, they know if they're a fit or not. So pretty cool.
Scott Bidwell, you said something really, really fast that I want to dive into a little bit for our retail store owners that are watching this. You said relentlessly measure and adjust. And I believe that for those retailers that actually have messaging that is purposeful and they have an intentional business plan, I think that's where they fall down. It's they've got so many things going on in their business, Scott, that they really can't do that kind of analysis. And one of the things that Scott said on our Friday call, our Zoom call, when the weekend with Pete and friends, that shocked me was, your door swings are up, your business is up, but you're actually spending less money in advertising, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's because of this guy right here, Bidwell.
Correct. He will not let me waste money, which is great.
He is relentlessly measuring. He is relentlessly
better than my money. Truthfully.
And so, guys, I'm going to say this to all my store owners with nothing but love. I understand when you've got too many things and you can't accomplish them all. That's when you hire somebody to help you. That's what Scott did. He hired somebody with more expertise in an area that's vitally important to his business to help him with that business. And you may not be at that place where you can actually, hire somebody full time, but maybe you can start to outsource some of the things a little bit at a time. But the most important thing is you got to know what you don't know. One of the biggest mistakes that we make in this business, reps make it, store owners make it, heck, VPs of sales make it. Owners of manufacturers make it. They don't know what they don't know. Be educated, educate yourself so that even if you can't do it right now, you at least know what you should be doing and what other successful stores are doing. And I'll tell you, on these points, as we were working through them, there was some really, really cool and very open and very honest dialogue between the store owners in the safe spot that Scott Squared created. You guys created this spot where everybody could be open. And, a lot of people got pretty good businesses. They're like, I don't do that. I need to do that. And you could see that, like, they just realized it, like, for the very first time. And I overheard some really interesting conversations at lunch and at dinner and even at breakfast, where guys and gals that went there are starting to prioritize what they're going to start to do. And I thought, man, this thing is crazy. So I'm so glad you're doing it again. I can't wait to see. I mean, Nashville is just an awesome town. Nothing against Paducah, but Nashville, I mean, it's so easy to get to, right? Like, it's at least 2 flights and sometimes more than 2 flights to get to Paducah, right?
Or a long drive from Nashville.
Or a very long drive. Like, I drove from Cleveland. Jeff drove from Lancaster, PA. I'm thankful Jerry didn't drive from Naples, Florida.
That's a long way.
That would be a long way. Or Steve from Boise, Idaho. That wouldn't have been.
And you missed the comment from Steve Houck, who said, I love Paducah.
I know. I love that.
Hey, the other thing, there it is. Thank you, Steve. The one thing I know, Randy and his group are going to come up on Thursday to our store and interact with our team. And I think that's kind of important if you want to, or if you want to come up Monday before our Monday night get together and just kind of interact with our group of people there in our store. And I think a lot of people got some value out of coming to our store and just kind of seeing how they deal with customers, if we had customers, or they could just talk, sit around in a round circle. They stood there and talked. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Tim Clanky from Big Reds in Milford, Ohio. He says, Scott, I love Paducah, buddy. You're welcome. And I have a sneaking suspicion you'll be driving, Tim.
Oh yeah.
You're well. Yeah. And he drives fast. So it'll be like, a couple
hours.
But Tim, don't miss the opportunity. It's 2 hours away to go to Scott's store. You got to go to Scott's store, make the arrangements with him. I was so happy to hear that was Randy Thompson's plan from Vanware Bedrooms, that not only is he going to the master class with his people, but everybody is then going to the actual store before or after, I don't know, to see your store and to really kind of, delve into everything. Because basically what Randy's wanting to do is he wants to get his store to a place where he just doesn't need to be there. And I was like, buddy, this is like a big change for you. Like you were the guy like selling adjustable bed training, and now you're investing in your business in a major way to duplicate what Scott's doing. Is it because you're retiring and you want to just sell the business, or is it because you just want the business to run on autopilot? He goes, autopilot.
We all do. And
all I want to do is fly my plane anymore.
that's right.
And he's willing to work really, really hard right now.
Good.
So that he can have many years of flying his plane while his store is on autopilot.
Yeah.
Isn't that great?
One of my business coaches, Howard Partridge from the Zig Ziglar Group, his theme in all his coaching is how to not be a slave to your business. That's his theme. Now, all of us business owners, that really triggers us. Is like, I don't want to be a slave to my business because we know what that's like. We've been the treadmill operator, like Dave Ramsey talks about. You jump off the treadmill and the business stops running. So we want to be where it runs itself, where we train our people to do certain parts of our business. And so I can go, like last year I went to Israel, Egypt, and Jordan for 3 weeks, and they didn't skip a beat, so they could do the business without me. I love being there, but I don't have to be there. And I think all of us business owners would love to be in that situation where you're not a slave to your business. You're not a treadmill operator anymore. Now, when you start, you're just going to have to be. I mean, it's just how it goes. But you want to work your way to a point where you're not having to be the guy. And this guy right here started his business, and he's kind of in that mode right now, but he's hiring people as we speak to help run certain parts of his organization so he can grow. We don't grow.
That's a high class problem there, Mr. Bidwell.
Yes. We have some pretty fantastic teammates, that's for sure.
Yeah, you do. Joe Clay, will Randy be coaching there? Not officially, but I'm going to tell you this, Joe. Do not miss this. I love you, brother. I want you to be there. If there's anything I need to do to help you be there, you just call me. 419-560-3169. This is life changing.
Limo, Joe. You're going to send a limo to wherever you're at.
Or a hit squad, one or the other. It's your choice, buddy. It's a limo or a hit squad. Either way.
So,
love Joe.
He's great.
Randy, thank you for your kind comment. I'm glad I got that right and I didn't misspeak. I had a sneaking suspicion that you'd correct me if I had any part of that wrong. Randy Thompson says, you got it right, Pete. I want to spend more time away. You know what? You deserve it, brother. You've worked hard for many, many years. And I've been with you on a good part of this ride. And I've watched you go from one store to another, buy a store, sell the store. And you and Bonnie deserve to spend a lot of time together now that Bonnie's retired. So
and Bonnie wants her beautiful little toes in that beautiful white sand of North Florida.
She does.
Randy is working his tail off to get her little puppies in that white sand. So
that's exactly the game plan. That is the game plan. Guys, I'm supposed to give you the last 10 minutes and I haven't. Pull up, Chris, go ahead and pull up Stu's comment. Stu, thanks for being here, brother. Any owner who wants to work the bell 6 to 7 days a week is lying. LOL. Yeah. Well, listen, they might start off that way. They may not be lying at the beginning, but if you tell me 10 years into it, you still want to do that, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah. I did it. I think we've all done it.
We've all done it.
Successful is going to do it for a while, but that's not the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is to train people to do certain parts of your business for you, and it's fun. I mean, it's really fun to watch them grow too, and they're having a ball at work right now while I'm here. But I can promise you, they're having fun. So it's really fun to watch those kids grow in the business, and they call it the mattress mafia. Once you get in it, you can't get out. So.
Yep, the Mattress Mafia. I remember it was this time last year. I think I was in October. I was driving in West Virginia. Me and you were talking, um, like we often talk, and I said, how's the store doing without you in it? And he goes, Pete, they do better without me than they do with me. And I said, congratulations.
Yeah, I show up and they say, "Don't you have somewhere to be?"
That's
But I have to buy their lunch and tell some dad jokes, keep them to let me want to be there. So
RJ's got something to say at Jacksonville Bedding Mattresses and more. If you're on the fence and not sure you want to sign up, stop. Take advantage of the early bird pricing, invest in your business, yourself, and your future. And that early bird pricing ends at midnight tonight? Is that when it ends? Today's the last day for the early bird pricing, and it is a full $200 off. So if you want to spend $200 more for the same thing, go right ahead. Just sign up tomorrow. You want to do that?
Just like a customer, like I tell a customer, Labor Day sales going on now. They're like, "Well, I want to think about it, whatever." Like, if you want to pay more later, that's fine with me. But you can pay this lower price right now. It's up to you. But yeah, if you want to pay me more money for the same exact thing and enjoy it for less time, then that's your prerogative to do.
Guys, last 3 minutes are all yours. Was there a question I didn't ask that I should have? Or something you want to say to the folks?
No, I just think, I'm not selling anything. Heard a comment about Scott's just making a bunch of money off this. I probably made more of this money selling mattresses than I am this event. So it's not about money for me at all. I really just feel like I shop all over the country and I see the same problems all over the country, and I've got a solution, and I want to help the industry overall. And the 23 dealers that showed up, the first one, I feel like got a great benefit, and I'm very, very, very thankful for all the sponsors that are sponsoring the next one. Or we literally Scott hit me up like, "This is what it's going to cost. I don't think we even should do it." I'm like, "Well, let me go see if I can get sponsors." So I did. And so we can have it, and we can have it for less money than the first one cost. So in a better venue. So you're going to have more space, Pete, to sit at the table. I know it was pretty tight in Paducah, but we're going to have a lot of benefit. We're handing you a lottery ticket, and I feel like, and I think it's worth investing in. I wish I could have gone to this 20 years ago, and I'd been way ahead. I'd be retired right now. But I had a ball doing it. But what's more fun is all the phone calls I get after with the benefits of those fine people you're seeing pictures of right there. They're benefiting from the class, and I can't wait till the next group comes through and benefits as well. And so I'll give you a minute to talk there. Sorry, Scott.
No, that's great. No, I was going to say the same thing. We at Trellis, we don't have thousands of clients. We intentionally chose to have fewer clients and get really invested in them. When I walk into Happy Z's, I'm us. We. I don't have one of your polos, I don't think right now, but most of our clients, I do have a polo. Like when I show up, we're on the team. And when they win, we win. And I can tell you when they lose, we feel it. And when we talk about new products, it's our products, it's us and we, because that's the kind of relationships that I want to build with our clients. And what I know is that I was first a customer of Scott's, and it literally changed our life in terms of the sleep that we're getting now versus what we were getting then. And I love getting to help more people find that, and helping people to clarify their marketing message is a real way to help them increase their door swings. I know it. I've seen it. Our clients are seeing it every single day. And we'd love for you to come be a part.
Something really cool about Scott is he's learned our business so much. He's figured out some of the problems we're having with CRM and things like that. He's creating his own line of products, and he's working with door counts, to help us better. Who does that? I mean, on his own, no pay or anything. He's just going behind the scenes with their back end group and saying, here's a problem and here's how to fix it. And he's interacting with them on how to fix problems. So it's better for us for no more money. And it's just a good-hearted person who's really helpful to us, that he's working on things to fix problems that we have and just making it easier. So that's what all of us owners want to do, Stu, is we don't want to work 6 to 7 days a week, right, bell to bell, and after doing deliveries. We want things to happen easily, and that's what he's done for me. Is people ask me all the time, what kind of marketing is he doing? I'm like, I don't even know anymore. I used to know, and now it's like, he told me if the door stopped swinging, to fire him. So we had 17 people Saturday, so I got to keep him in Paducah. That's just one store. So I have to keep him.
There we go.
He earned his keep for another month.
Yeah, perfect.
Scott, how does somebody reach out to you? They don't want to miss a deadline. They want to be part of this masterclass in Nashville in September. How do they get a hold of you?
wingocoaching.win/masterclass is how you sign. There you go. Chris is so good.
And you can sign up today for $99 to hold your spot and hold your price. That's an important piece. $99 locks in the price, and then you can pay the rest the day you arrive.
And that way he can follow up with you and get the hotel as well. The group pricing for the hotel actually expired Friday, but I've asked them to run it through today or tomorrow, and they're supposed to get back with me on that. So hopefully we can get you a room right there on site. It's so easy. It's going to be the easiest, most convenient thing ever. So we wanted to make it beneficial for you and easy, everything easy. So
that's it.
So that's how you do it. Let's just get on there, do your $99, and that way these guys can prepare for who all's coming, and we can give you the link to get the room and all that stuff. So, yep.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. And anybody that's watching this and you haven't gone or you want to go again, wingocoaching.win/masterclass, $99 today, locks it in at the reduced price. So do it and thank me later. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Pete.
Thank you. Thanks, Pete.
Have a great day. Sell a million.